Again, I'm a voyeur, so I love it. I'll watch it.
It was definitely.
Sideshows that would come in and stuff. Do you still do those?
Or yes. Like this?
Oh, and the butterflies, before you get on, you're waiting in line.
Certified free, 7 days a week. That badass pussy got my pull-out game weak. Ooh.
Yeah.
Yo, what up, body shoppers? Joel Cimino here with
Marilu.
How is everybody tonight? I think we have our audio issues fixed. I was listening to the stream from last week and it sounded terrible.
Well, it has its
Well,
moments.
it didn't sound terrible. It just didn't sound good.
Okay.
But let me pull up the old comments here.
Dun,
No
dun.
comments yet. No love yet from anybody. So how are you feeling, Mary Lou?
I'm okay. When are you getting a haircut?
What?
I just looked at your hair and I'm like, when are you getting a haircut?
When I feel like it. Sometimes I feel like a cut. Sometimes I don't.
Yeah. I was just kind of like, what's going on over here?
Hey,
Huh?
what are you trying to say? I thought you liked when my hair was longer. You get mad when I get a cut.
No. On the sides, I like it a little bit shorter. On the top, I like it a little bit longer because I have something to
Yeah.
Grab onto.
Well, thanks for the like, James. Appreciate it. So I guess let's talk about the weekend. I know we were live on Sunday on Chatterbait, but we have not been live here on Facebook,
No.
Facebook, YouTube, Periscope, or Twitch since last Wednesday. So I guess let's talk about the weekend, and then we can get into some more deep subjects.
Okay.
So tell me, Mary Lou, what do you think? Actually, I want to comment. First of all, I'm not a big decorator. What's up, Jason on YouTube? How you doing, buddy? I'm not a big decorator kind of person, like for Halloween. Like I hate decorating. But I gotta hand it to you. You really sometimes you run with it and do a phenomenal job. Doing decorating. I think you did a really nice job on Saturday. So.
Well, thank you. It was a white party. Not hard to think of. It was the winter white party. So luckily, we actually have some white Christmas trees.
Yes.
So that made it easy. Let me pull up I was looking at my private chats. Let me get there.
Yeah, no, I just saw you.
Okay.
Sorry guys, give me a second here. I have important. Mary Lou's going to carry the show for a second. Hold on.
So yeah, we had a good weekend. Again, thanks everyone that came out. We had here in Pittsburgh, we had the winter white party. So we were, of course, all dressed in white, except for G. Well, I mean, he had
white.
He had a white shirt on, a cream jacket, gray pants. I've yet to be able to find.
Hold on. All right, hold on. I'm coming back. Hold on. Wait a minute. So first of all, there's a photo of both of us on Facebook and YouTube when we posted this, and it's the photo from Saturday night. So you can see how awesome I looked on Saturday. So no need to describe the fact that I wasn't wearing all white. I still look pretty fucking cool.
You said to fill the time, so I was filling the time with,
a
little banter. Hey,
so we were just I was just texting with Zoe. Zoe's coming on tonight on Chatterbait. although Mary Lou's just learning this along with you guys for the first time. She's going to be doing remote. We're going to be doing a remote cam with her. So,
Oh, cool. Okay.
yeah, so first time for that. So that'll be about probably 10 o'clock. So if you guys are watching and you want to go click on Chatterbait when we're done, right, Ed? She does listen. Before we got on, I'm sitting here doing a video test and audio test with her, and I said to her, I said, "Boy, your hair looks amazing," and you know, I think I said beautiful, but
you did say beautiful, and of course I'm like, it's a day after washing it, and I don't know.
These old rags.
Yes.
Oh, stop it. This old hair.
Oh wow.
Uh-huh.
So
anyway, so we got to get Ed to come back on again, and I was actually talking with Ashton Blake today also about possibly getting her to come back on with us, either here or on Chatterbait. And I think if we do Chatterbait, it's going to be a lot more naughty.
Well, yeah, that's a given.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, so we were talking about the white party and what a great job Mary Lou did decorating.
Oh, thank you again.
Yeah. You know me, I get frustrated, you know, it's like, don't do too much, but that's just my own, I don't know, weirdness about it.
It's your own thing because you don't like decorating for anything.
No.
Yeah.
You know, like getting dressed up and I mean, I don't even like doing costumes. Like,
no.
You know, if you look at the picture on Facebook for this stream, that's what I dress like. That's about as close as I get into costume or character for an event. What?
I'm just thinking that even for Halloween, you're like, you know, like what are you gonna be? Yeah, nothing.
Listen, I was a sex club owner this past Halloween.
You've been a sex club owner the past
18
5 or
Halloweens.
6. Huh?
The last 18 Halloweens. So Ed's asking, wonder if you can link me into the Chatterbait for my tub. Yes, we have to do a couple of things first so that you can be legit on there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be perfectly honest with you. You can be naked, you can jerk off, you can do a whole lot of things. So Cliff,
hey Cliff,
we're going to be in contact with you. We've got a question for you. So, so either actually we'll get with you tomorrow. I'll send you a message. So, yeah, Ed, we can get you on, and if you have anybody else that wants to cam with you, we just have to go over rules and stuff like that. So you would think now this is, I think, totally hilarious to me. So Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, all that stuff, you got to be very, very, very careful about what you post on those platforms, especially when it comes to sex content. We got Flexi. Wow, how do you say that name? We got all kinds of people popping in here. We got Flexia
Helinania de Levin.
Okay, well, hello. Hello, so when you're on regular social media, you got to be very careful about your posts. Now, you would think the opposite would be true on something like Chatterbait, where you know you can have sex. I mean, I've seen some really wild and outlandish stuff on Chatterbait, you know, the last couple months that we've been on.
Yeah, some.
I mean, but even with that, there's very specific thing that you're not allowed to do on cam, and it's like there's not that I think you should be able to do anything.
Well,
I mean,
no,
clearly not anything, but there's some pretty interesting stuff that you can't do.
Yeah, there's some things that I've seen that have scared me.
Yes,
like what you showed me on Sunday. I was just like,
oh, is that the one doing the rectal insertions?
Yes.
Yeah, that is scary. Yes. Okay, Rose, we got you.
Okay.
Probably a moniker that Rose is using. So, well, hi, Rose. How are you? Welcome to the show. Thanks for commenting.
Yeah, there's a few things that I've been kind of like, what?
Mhm.
And then the things that, oddly enough, that I would expect to see are the, see, I almost got it. There's like one or two things that I'm kind of like, I don't get it. Like, why are they not?
Yeah, it's
You know,
really interesting.
if people are watching insertions via dildos, silicone apparatuses that are like that big,
Hmm.
or well, on screen you can't tell, but yeah.
Oh no, you can tell because sometimes there's something close by you can. I mean, listen, the person that we were watching was doing some rectal insertions that the bases looked to be about as big as my fist.
Oh, no, this thing, from my point of view, you know how you have the chess,
Oh, I know which one you're talking about.
the ones that are out like in the parks, the big size chess pieces. That's what that looked like to me.
Well, it had 3 like ribs or whatever on it. It was
Yeah.
it was as long. It was probably as long as my arm. Here, let me get in front of the camera properly. As long as my arm, my hairy arm, and there was 3 nobules on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say the biggest one was probably about as big as my fist, and then probably here and then here. I mean, because they kind of tapered a little bit.
Yeah, it was. I was like, wow, but yet forbid somebody get a cucumber out of the refrigerator. That's one of the things that's disallowed. That's one of the
Yeah, you can't use only toys that are specifically for sex. No,
Mm-hmm.
you can't use a broom handle. You can't use I can't fuck a peach.
No golf balls.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe there's maybe not true golf balls.
No.
Say hi,
There
Kelly.
is no such a thing.
There's just, well, what about anal beads?
Well, yeah, you could do those, but they are strung along, so it's not like it's an individual bead.
Not a cannon.
Yeah.
An ass cannon.
Yeah, there's a few things that I'm kind of like, okay, that makes no sense, but well, hey, so no pervertibles, no, spoons or spatulas.
Well, I think you could
Or
probably
slapping.
you could spank with a spoon or a spatula.
Can you?
Yeah, I would think so. You can't. It's just for, I think, probably for insertion purposes.
Okay.
Like,
well,
last week Lulu did the Sunday show, which
yeah.
I think did I tell you I clipped that out today?
No, you didn't.
Yeah, I got that clipped out today, and they're doing some editing, and so I'll probably have a what you call it, link posted up soon. Wow.
Okay.
Totally lost there for a second. Sorry about that, Mass. I'm not sure what's going on. You can switch over to Facebook or YouTube. Maybe it'll be a bit better over there. Periscope can be a little goofy sometimes. Sorry.
Mm-hmm.
The marvels of modern technology.
Well, I was going to say one of the things that I started to do this week is that I am collecting stories. They could be as basic, as sexy, and as raunchy as you want about the lifestyle. However you participate, whether it's in the kink scene, in the swinger scene, poly scene, because I wanted to have something to kind of course they're going to be anonymous, but something to kind of talk about and have discussion about. On either Thursday.
Have you gotten any stories yet, and can you share any?
Excuse me.
Oh, bless you.
Okay. Actually, I have gotten a few.
Mm-hmm.
I did. Excuse me. Allergies. I did get a few.
I bet Clifford.
Yes,
Yeah,
Clifford,
says,
you would definitely have some good stories there. But there's one that I actually told you about.
yes. Okay. Yeah.
That was of the ones that I've gotten. That's kind of like the number one on my list of like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't think that could happen. You know, that people would be a little bit more
Can we tell that
respectful.
full story on Chatterbait later?
Huh?
Can we tell the full story on Chatterbait later?
I can tell that story on Chatterbait.
Okay. Yeah, that one's probably a little too raunchy for
this.
Yeah, I don't think that one's PG-13.
Yeah, no, it's not. But
let's just say it involves more rectal insertion.
Yeah. And if it's not your rectum, don't pull anything out of. That doesn't belong to you.
Spoiler alert, don't yank a butt plug out of somebody's butt.
Without asking, at least, consent. You know? Whew. Yeah, so definitely, I've gotten some stories that I'm kind of like, wow. Though they shouldn't surprise me, you know, for some of the things that we've seen. But
we've seen a lot.
Yeah, but if you guys want to throw some stories out there, feel free to email me, and we can talk about them anonymously.
Let me put that up. Where can they email you?
Info@Marilu and you, and just put stories in the subject.
At Marilu and you.com. Stories in the subject.
Oh my god. Well, thanks about the outfit comment there, Jason. I'm assuming it's for me.
There we go.
Okay. It's coming across the screen now.
Here, I'll do it this way. We'll just make it a.
So what have you been up to this week?
What have I been up to?
Yeah.
I see what you're doing. You're trying to give away secrets.
I'm not giving away any secret. It won't be a secret.
Well, okay. Well, so those of you that are watching, watch till the end because I created an outro video. Now, it's nothing special, but I'm kind of proud of it. So if you're so inclined, stay to the very end of the show, wait for the outro video, and then you can give me your terrible critiques about it and how stupid it was and terrible. So,
well, I mean, you've been like, I don't know, what has it been now? Like 2 months, 3 months?
I'm sure one of our
maybe more.
Yeah, would know for sure how long it's been. It's that probably been at least 2 months. Well, how long have we had the intro video?
I don't know. You'll have to look at the file date when you started.
I guess.
That's how you'll know. Yes, well, you're in it. Yes, Ed. You're in the intro.
You're in the intro video.
You might be in the outro. No, I don't know. No,
okay. There's no. I'm not going to say anything more about the outro video. Just watch it. Watch it to the end. So, but yeah, I mean, here, let's see. Ed, if you're still watching, we'll do the, where's the video? Here's the intro video with Ed Pinto.
Again, I'm a voyeur, so I love it. I'll watch it.
It was definitely sideshows that would come in and stuff. Do you still do those? Or yeah.
There you are.
It's like there's Ed. Yay.
I'm such an attention whore. I guess we'll get you on Chatterbait. You can do all kinds of weird and freaky shit. We'll talk about that. I'm quasi afraid to have you on Facebook. Although he behaved the last time.
Yeah. We were pushing it there. I was scared the bubbles were going to start to go away, with him in the tub. So,
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
but anyway, what did you have? I know you wouldn't.
What's up, Boilermaker TBS? What's up?
No, there's more to it. He's like, is that it?
Yeah, no. There's definitely more. I'm not seeing that one. Where do you see that comment?
It's coming through Twitch.
Oh, okay. Oh, oh, okay. That one. I thought Ed was saying that. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Boilermaker. There's definitely more. And that's the intro video that we played at the beginning of the show. So, Charlie Murphy in the house.
Hello.
Charlie Murphy your ears must have been ringing today. We were talking about you. Can we talk
your
about
awesomeness?
Yes. Can we talk about sex pots and pans?
Yeah.
Okay. So February 13th, the day before Valentine's Day. It's a Saturday. Valentine's Day is a Sunday. It's the weekend after Super Bowl Sunday, guys. Pay attention.
Hint.
Yes. Weekend after Super Bowl, Valentine's Day. I wonder if that's pretty close to happening every year. That's got to be.
Maybe.
That's how ridiculously unattached I am to all of it, is that I don't even realize if that's a regular thing or not. But yeah, so February 13th in Canton, we're doing for the first time an event called Sex Pots and Pans. And our good friend Charlie Murphy over at Stray Dog Catering, they are catering the event, and basically all of the foods, or majority of the foods, are either going to be aphrodisiacs or have some sort of aphrodisiac in it. So, and if I'm wrong about that, Charlie Murphy, chime in now or forever hold your peace. But that's basically what it is. No extra cost for that. That's going to be included with your ticket price. So it's not a special ticket or anything. It is free for our members. So that's in about 10 days.
Mm-hmm.
I'm excited to hear about the menu. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Good people. They operate out of Akron, and they've got a couple of storefronts, restaurants, cafes. Maybe you can post a link to it there, Charlie, so people can see it.
Yep, they do catering as well, and I think they have a food truck.
Yeah, I think it's. I think he was in the process of getting a food truck. I know he's got some food carts or trailers that pull behinds.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't think I've had a terrible bad piece of food from them ever. Everything's always been top notch, and I'm not just saying that because I know he's watching. I would say that anytime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, presentation's always been good when they've done the catering there in Canton. So
yeah,
definitely.
Well, the year before this past Christmas, they catered our employee Christmas party.
Yeah. Yep.
They did a nice job of that.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Let's see. So what else? So yeah. So this weekend we got 6 Degrees of Sexuality in Pittsburgh.
Mm-hmm.
And that's always a pretty good one. I'm pretty excited for that. You get 6 wristband colors to choose from. Actually, it's technically 7. I think we throw a bonus one in there.
Yeah.
But it's red, yellow, green, and then blue, pink, purple. And you can kind of red means you're just checking things out. Yellow means you're checking things out, but you might play. And green means you're ready to rock and roll. Yep. And then Marilu will tell you what blue, pink, and purple means.
Well, blue is that you're interested and or looking for a male. And pink is that you are looking for a female. Okay. And the purple is... What is the purple?
generally speaking, looking for couples or playing with
Mhm.
couples, or you're playing with both men and women.
Yep.
But that, to me, that's just going to strike up a conversation. So yeah, Charlie just posted facebook.com/stray dog cart,
Yeah.
CART, stray dog cart. So yeah, definitely
Yay.
go check them out. Wonderful people. Love them. Love them.
Hmm.
So, um, I haven't seen Squibber's comment here.
I
I was
know.
hoping we'd see him pop in and say hi, but we're missing some of the usual suspects, I suspect. Or it's just a quiet night.
Yeah, just a couple.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Hmm.
So what else? So in Canton is the white party this weekend, so
Hmm.
that should be a good one. Toledo's closed this weekend, but we'll be open next weekend,
Yes.
13th. That'll
Hmm.
be Valentine's Day fetish night.
Ooh. Mm. So you had some other.
Charlie says the truck is ready to roll. I just saw that comment.
Ah,
All
okay.
right, good deal. So they do have a truck now.
Yeah. So what you had something on your docket to talk about?
On my docket, on my court docket.
Mhm.
Well, as you guys know, I generally I write stuff down. Let me say I gotta find it now. I write stuff down to kind of talk about just general things here. But so this was a question that was posed. I'm gonna read you the question and then we can sort of talk about it. So the question is, are you willing to put up with mediocre or bad sex in an effort just to avoid uncomfortable conversations? And the answer to that is obvious. Many people do.
Many people do it, but I think there is.
You said do.
I know. I think I did that on Chatterbait on Sunday, and someone was like, "You keep saying do," and I'm like, "What are you talking about? What I didn't say." I don't know.
Well, I know for me personally, I have done that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I mean, but I guess the real question is, how many people are willing to continue to do that? And that's a lot of what we talk about on here is,
Yeah.
what do we talk about? Authenticity.
Yes, authenticity. I think yes, people at one time or another, it was a learned behavior to not rock the boat. You know, um, you don't want to say
Thanks,
anything
Jason.
that's going to be offensive to your partner. But I think that's a matter of having tactfulness. It's like you don't approach it with like, I don't like how you do this, but rather approach it from the, I really love how you do this, or, how you take care of me, whatever. And then go, but I would like to change a couple of things up. Or can we try, XYZ the next time? Because it's part of the communication process of being able to tell your partner what you like and you don't like. It's not a thing about, being offensive to your partner and their skill set or lack of,
Right.
And at that point, it should be something where you're both working on it. You're both trying to figure out what, works for you both.
What up, Brianna?
Hey.
Well, those are some really good points. Here's, how do you talk to somebody then? Because the first thing I think about, number one, is most people are afraid of their partner's response. And sometimes for good reason. Not, people sometimes don't take criticism. And I'm using the word criticism, not that you're being criticized, but you're being critiqued or encouraged to do something different. But how do you deal with somebody who doesn't take that very well? And to the point of getting angry or respond angrily, like, or I'm not good enough for you. How do you deal
Mhm.
with that?
Well, that's kind of taking things to a whole different level, a whole different um, understanding between the couple. Because at that point, to me, that just sounds like someone who's has low self esteem, low confidence to begin with,
Sure.
and that's why they're so defensive um, about things. Hell, that's a tough one there. You really got to know your partner.
Well, and not to get too deep into the subject, but
Mhm.
that you've really got to do some inventory of yourself and decide if you're with somebody who you can't have an honest and open and frank discussion with, or at least at a minimum entertain the thought of being able to be open and honest and authentic with your partner, then there's some things to really take into consideration with the relationship in general.
Yeah.
That's not a great way to be in a relationship.
Hmm.
So um
And
mhm.
and with that, don't think that getting into the lifestyle is going to remedy
Yeah. Yeah,
that as
unfortunately we've
well.
seen that a few times where a partner will bring another partner, um begrudgingly. The partner attends or comes in with I'm here to check it out, but I don't really want to be here. I mean, that hasn't happened a lot, but it certainly
Yeah.
happened. Um, at least that we know about. I mean, it could happen a lot more than we know.
Yeah. It's
But
true.
yeah, the lifestyle is not a fix for a broken relationship, and having sex with other people in general is not a fix for a broken relationship. And that's
Hmm.
whether you practice non-monogamy or not. I mean, clearly, if you're in a monogamous relationship, you having sex with other people is not good for your relationship. Um, but if you're in a quote unquote consensual non monogamous relationship, um, but otherwise things are terrible, that's not going to fix anything.
Hmm.
So,
Definitely. There's so many things that you can do now to be able to talk to your partner about um, issues with performance. Um, there's a lot of workshops that you could do, and as a couple, and make it seem something fun and interesting. And of course, you could go into it with oh, I'm just here for a refresher. I know what I'm doing, but I'm just here for a refresher kind of thing. Um, and take the conversation that way. Make it a conversation where um, it's to the point, but it's yet light banter and just communicating. Loving each other and making each other laugh. You know.
yeah, I think part of the issue, and it seems like it could be, maybe the partner just doesn't feel safe or secure in the relationship. So
Hmm.
maybe the first step to that would be reassuring your partner that regardless of maybe some hiccups in your sex life,
Hmm.
that you still love them and want to be with them, and the whole purpose of
Yeah.
having the conversation is to strengthen their bond. Certainly not to belittle anybody. I mean, I'm sure there's some really terrible people out there that have a
Yeah.
very terrible way of communicating. uh,
Hmm.
but first and foremost, allowing your partner to feel loved and cared about is probably a great first step. At least it
Yeah.
seems that way.
Hmm. Definitely. I definitely agree with that. I'm looking at
Brianna made some good points. um,
yes.
I'm going to put these up because this is actually super important.
Yeah.
Um, Brianna says, I've seen so many couples with poor connections implode in front of me in a private room. And then Brianna says, bond needs to be completely open with one another. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's hard. It
Yeah.
is, but I will tell you, I'll speak from my own personal experience. It's such a weight off your shoulder or shoulders when you can have those honest and frank discussions. Now, just because you have those discussions and you talk about your desires and all that, that
Mm-hmm.
doesn't equal it's going to happen. It just opens up the possibility, um, for sure, to talk about it. And number
Uh-huh.
two, maybe it can happen, and
Yeah.
it should be between you and your partner to figure out how to make that work.
Yeah. It's not like, when everyone's born, there's like a little, this is the pleasure manual for Mary Lou. That's why, or one for G, like this is how everything works. We don't come with a manual. And that's why it's so important
I can
to,
come from manual stimulation.
yeah. But that's why it's also important for you as an individual first to find out what are your likes and dislikes. Because sometimes, what might work with one individual may not necessarily work with another individual. The pieces parts may not fit in the same fashion. So what could be
Sure.
pleasurable with one partner may not necessarily be with another. And it's of no fault of any of the individuals involved. It's just finding what that is for each other. So you have to have that communication.
Well, and you said something that triggered a thought, and just to talk about, we can get a little naughty. Talking about oral sex. Oral sex is a big deal,
Mhm.
for both men and women, I believe. And also, again, I'll speak from my own experience. For me, performing oral sex, I need input. I need to know what feels good and what doesn't. And I know it could probably seem awkward for when somebody's going down on you to say, move a little to the left, or oh, right there, or move it up, or do this or do that. But
Uh-huh.
that's important. That's a part of, melding your sexuality together, become more in tune with one another.
Yeah.
So don't be afraid to, even in the midst of it, um, you know, play it like dirty talk. Oh yeah, just a touch to the right. Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah.
And the same goes for giving blowjobs, guys. If you like it a certain way,
Mhm.
um, say so.
Yeah.
Do this, don't do that. Suck the head, don't suck the head. Use your hands, don't use your hands. Put a finger in the butt, whatever.
Play with my friends.
Yes, play with my friends. Yeah, any of it. Um, Kelly says that they've turned down threesomes and moresomes as one. Here, I'll put this up.
Mhm.
Turned down threesomes and moresomes as one or both of the couples were insecure about things. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just because you're at a club doesn't mean that all of a sudden you're not insecure. And I'd submit that there's a lot of people, if not everybody, comes to the club with insecurities.
Mhm.
I do. I have insecurities.
Yeah, we all do.
Yeah. I feel weird being at the club when you're not around, Mary Lou. Not because I am a creeper, but I feel like it. Like I feel like this single guy standing around like, hey, let me see boobs.
Okay. So maybe next week we talk about dirty talk and how do you verbalize things. Oh. Because I know for me personally, I'm not a verbal person like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm more of a, like I said, I like your hair a little bit longer on top because then that way I can
Steer.
I can steer the boat. But when I do get into verbal play, as Brianna says, it goes, it's pretty deep.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. Kelly says,
yeah,
I felt like that the one time they went to the club alone. Yeah, it can feel like that. So don't, I get messages from singles a lot throughout the week that ask things like, is it going to be awkward for me, or because it's all couples? It's awkward for everybody.
yeah.
Didn't you? I think you mentioned. Did you mention that somebody commented about it being clicky? at the club, or was that somebody, a member walked up and said and commented that a new couple had commented to them? You
Yes,
remember
that's
that?
what it was. They were new and they just kind of seen everyone already kind of like paired off into the groups and so forth. And they had mentioned that to some other member
Mhm.
that was trying to engage them in conversation to kind of like, get them off of the bar or the back wall and be like, come with all of us.
Mhm.
And in that, having to explain, it's not that it's a clique, it's just that they've been members for a long time, and they do know each other. And, whether they play or they don't, or whether they socialize outside of the club or not, it's like they know who they all are and they're comfortable that way. So until start more or less being a regular and coming here, you know,
Well, I
then
think, and that's, I think that brings up a good point. You said something that triggered this thought.
Mhm.
They're not really cliques; they're friendships.
Yeah.
They're friendships that have formed from coming to the
Mhm.
club, and you can certainly be a part of that. But the option is yours. It's not, you know, here's what a clique to me is.
Mhm.
I'm reminded of high school when you had certain groups of people that all hung out together, and I'm just using the very vague demographics of, the jocks and the stoners and the nerds and the, you know,
Dating you.
yeah, exactly. Um, and those cliques sort of stuck together, and to make inroads or to become a part of that is a challenge,
Mhm.
especially if you weren't automatically a part of that. If you weren't into athletics, you weren't automatically as welcomed into that. Now this goes back when we were young. I still
Yeah.
think it's probably like that to some degree. um
Yeah.
you would think even with social media that would, a lot of that would be obliterated, but I would, I've got a niece who's just coming into high school that she deals with bullying and all that kind of stuff. So
Mhm. I think
to
it's
me,
worse
that's what.
because there is no face-to-face interaction in that sense. But
Right.
again, like if it seems clicky,
They're not
that's not
snubbing
the
anybody.
case.
Yeah,
Huh?
you're not being snubbed. They're just
Yeah.
friendships that have already been formed that you can be a part of. So,
Mhm. Yeah. And it's a
and
matter
maybe
of just
that's good.
well, no, I was going to say it's just a matter of, just as that couple was trying to introduce themselves to the newer couple and bring them kind of like into the fold rather than having them out there wandering, then you could have just as easily also been the couple that walked up to the group and was like, "Hi, we're new here." It goes
Mhm.
both ways. So
Right.
no, that's just it.
Goes both
How it
ways, huh?
works. Yeah, it does. It does. Not so much like a teeter totter, but
In and out.
Yep.
The old in and out.
Oh, I
Yeah.
needed to eat lunch today.
What?
I said I needed to eat lunch today because I just feel like I'm like, "Woo."
Did you eat lunch?
No, I think I almost ate an entire box of pastries, but I didn't actually have lunch.
All right. Dana just commented, "Hey Dana, how you doing? Um, Most of the people I've met at the club have become lifelong or longtime friends." Yep.
Yeah.
Listen, and Dana, we we consider you one of them. We've known you for a long time, and yeah,
Yep.
I mean, there's just some wonderful, wonderful people in the lifestyle, and you among them. So,
Yes.
um, Devin's got a nice comment. Whoop. Devin says, "I just need to communicate. Just need to communicate like any kind of relationship building." Yep,
Yeah.
100%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a good point. Actually, when you said that, it maybe some people think coming to a club is like, I don't know, like you're like okay, like when I think about you, even like you go to like a specific type of church and you walk in, like they got open arms and they welcome you and they're hugging you and they're like, "Yay, thanks for being here." I wonder if some people think that's what the club is like. Like they're gonna walk in and, "Hey, come on over here, let's all have sex, woo!"
I don't know. I've never thought of it that way.
Well, I mean, think about it. I mean, if you're come to the club for the first time, you have no idea what to expect, and you walk in and you sit down and nobody talks to you. If your response or your thought is, "Oh, this place is cliquey," there had to have been some sort of expectation that when you came in, and maybe the expectation is that they were going to walk in and people were just going to hug them and embrace them and let's go into the group room and bang one out.
But hey, even Norm at Cheers had his first couple of months where no one knew who the heck he was when he walked in. So
yeah, Norm didn't get Norm
the first time he walked through the door.
I call everybody Norm that I haven't seen.
You're painting this picture for me of like people being like, yeah. And I'm like, well, it's not like it's Cheers. It's, like even Norm. People didn't know who Norm was the first couple of times he was there, but he made sure everyone knew who he was, pretty much down the line. So, yeah,
Devin. Oh, wait a minute. Where did pastries come from? Devin brought up, I'm down for a box of pastries.
Because they said I almost ate an entire box of pastries.
I missed that.
Rather than actually having a nutritious lunch.
I was going to say, Devin, this is not DoorDash.
Though, you know what? I cannot fathom why we don't have a cookie place closer. The cookie place that delivers late night.
You mean like Insomnia?
Yeah. Insomnia cookies? I don't know. Well,
listen. If you go get me some more chocolate chips, you can have late night Insomnia cookies anytime you want.
Well, no, because we're literally a mile past their delivery.
Devin. Well, hold on. Actually, we'll talk about that. I'll put this up. Devin says, I got DoorDash for the first time yesterday. I'm going to be in trouble. Yes. And that's been the cost for delivery has sort of been a roadblock for me. But when I think about it, it's kind of worth it. I mean, if I've got to go out and get the food, first of all, for us, there's no place other than a couple places that are less than 15 minutes away. So I got a minimum of 30 to 40 minutes of travel time, the time to get the food, get it back. Yeah, I'll pay an extra 15, 20 bucks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Oakmont Bakery.
Oakmont Bakery. You know what? That is where I got your almond. Or did I get your almond? Yeah, I got your almond torte cake. No, not Oakmont. No, I was going to go there, but it was super expensive, I think.
Well, yeah, Oakmont has great almond torte. I've had it before, and their pastries, yes.
It was like $80 though.
Yeah, it was. It
was ridiculous. For $80, there better be a hand job included. So if DoorDash wants to bring an $80 cake and a hand job, great. I'm down.
Well, this is a new place, Brianna. It's called Sprinkles Bakery.
Where's that at?
They're actually out like in McKees Sport.
Oh, that's on the other side of Pittsburgh.
Right. But they delivered.
Devin says they use Instacart for the first time. Honey, we've been using that for a year.
Where have you been?
Mike Mercer says rum cakes.
Yes. Did you like the video I sent you of the rum cake?
Oh, you sent him a video of the rum cake? Or no, you didn't make it. It wasn't rum cake.
Huh?
What was it? Oh, that was Trace Leche's cake.
Yeah, what's upstairs is look at Brianna's. Well, Brianna, the cake, it was a cake and a box of pastries, and the cake was actually a Tres Leches cake. So
if I didn't come from it, that's my own fault.
Yeah. So,
I've yet to masturbate and eat cake at the same time, but there's always a first time. Maybe I'll do that on Chatterbait.
Oh God.
Who would pay to throw a like if you want to see me masturbate on Chatterbait while eating cake. Wait, that
Someone
all
wants to-
rhymes. Masturbate on Chatterbait while eating cake.
Someone wants to actually do sit in a cake.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
What's up, Kill Bill? I had one pastry, Mike. One.
Really? Because I know how much were in the box. You can't say you only had one, because that means I had
A lot.
yeah.
You just did the boob honking thing.
Like five.
I had boobs many. Sorry, Devin. Listen, I'm excited by the mere fact that you're getting horny and hungry watching. I'm saying me, because I'm assuming here. Hold on. Let me fix this. I'm just happy you're watching me getting horny and hungry. Thank you. There.
Yeah, there's a thirst out there to be had. I mean,
Who'd have thunk the almost 50-year-old overweight hairy guy still got it.
hey, you were getting some bear propositions on Chatterbait.
I was.
Yeah,
A
few people were asking, about the bear.
Oh yeah. Yes, I agree, Devin. Mary Lou's shirt is on point. She come out with that. I was like, damn. Hot doggy.
Well, we're gonna be on, like he noted, on Chatterbait. I'm not sure who's gonna be on tonight.
Zoe.
It's Zoe. Okay.
Yeah, it's Zoe. Yep. So I think it's just gonna be Zoe solo. We'll probably start off, jump on for the first part for a few minutes, and then it'll just be Zoe. I see. Yes. Here, let me fix that.
Yes.
There
There
the
it
swinger plate.
Someone even framed it for us.
Yes. That's great. Thank you for that. Yeah, so that's probably going to be around 10 o'clock. Chatterbait will go live. So go to chatterbait.com/thebodyshop. If you want to watch that. You do not need to create an account, but we would love if you did. Buy some tokens. That helps us out a little bit, especially during the pandemic. If I get really desperate, you'll start seeing me naked on cam. So please buy tokens.
You've been flashing lately.
Yeah, a little bit. Flash my titties. So if you want to see hairy man boobs, you're going to have to Anyway, so the time has come. I'm gonna
see, and you're always like, what are we going to talk about?
I'm not always like that, but sometimes
we always find something to talk about. Let people know what's going on.
Yeah. Well, so we appreciate everybody jumping in and watching. And for those of you who have stayed till the very end, you get to watch the outro video.
Yes.
So be sure to leave comments whether you like it or not. If you hate it, please say so in the comments. If you wait a minute, hold on. I told my mother-in-law that you said you'd get naked on cam and she giggled. Listen, I'm an equal opportunity person. I told Mary Lou that I would get on cam and do freaking weird shit if it meant making some extra money. So tell your mom to create an account and get some tokens.
Her mother-in-law.
Your mother-in-law, yes. Tell your mother-in-law, yes. Sorry, Mom. It's the same difference. So, but we appreciate you guys watching. Chatterbait.com. If you want to go to Chatterbait, you can go to Private Cams, CAMS, privatecams.com/thebodyshop. It's kind of a less flashy version of Chatterbait, meaning it's not as in your face. So, but we'll be going live around 10 o'clock. Create an account, follow us so that you know we go live. And that's about it. Trying to think what else.
Hey Mike, say hi to Brandy, Kill Bill. Say hi to Brandy.
Oh yes, please, yes.
Yeah.
Follow us here on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, Periscope. which is also Twitter.
Yeah.
You'll get notifications when we go live here. Don't forget about MaryLouandYou.com if you want some sex advice. And, Marilu is a certified sexologist. So she can help you out that way. Again, it's MaryLouandYou.com and BodyShotClubs.com for all your other sexual needs. All right, folks, we're going to play the Body Shop outro for the first time.
Okay, so can you play the outro and then us still stay in and then like kind of like come back in just to see the comments?
No. No, we gotta go on Facebook after. We gotta get set up
I'll have to wait.
Get set up for 10 o'clock. So all right, folks. Thank you so much. Have a good night, and hopefully we'll see you soon.
Yep.
Mwah.
Bye-bye.
In this house, there's some hoes 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 in this house. Certified free, 7 days a week. That wet ass pussy good. My pull-out game weak. Ooh, yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Swimming in it, baby. I'ma bring a bucket and a mop, darling. Give you everything I got. I'm falling. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass. Pussy. Beat it up, catch a charge, extra large and extra hard. Put your pussy in my face, swipe my nose like a credit card. I'm on top, you wanna ride, do a giggle while listen to spitting up my girl while you're looking in my eyes. Pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive, I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play, I'll wear disguise, I'ma park my Mack truck and you can ride. Yeah. Fucking with that wet ass, swimming in it, baby. Yeah. I'm fucking with that wet ass, pussy. Gobble me, swallow me, drip it down inside of me. I gotta jump out before it gets inside of you. Tell me where to put it, but don't tell what you about to do. Talk your shit, baby, bite your lip, girl. Ask for a car while you riding that dick. Oh, I'm on top, you wanna ride, do a giggle while it's inside. Spitting up my girl while you're looking in my eyes. Your pussy is wet, I'ma take a dive, I'ma tie you up like you're a prize. Let's role play, I'll wear disguise, I'ma park my Mack truck and you can ride. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm fucking with that wet ass.